So for the most part, I don't think I've ever had issues with Blue Sky. I found it to be an apt replacement to both Twitter, now called X, as well as what's the other one? Threads. I used to use Threads for a while, but for the most part, I think that I've found it apt, an apt app, as one might say. But every once in a while, I feel like it kind of just like struggles to do the things that I tell it to do, like just post random things. Case in point, 5 minutes ago when I attempted to post a go live status and it continued to reference an internal error server. And alas, I had to post go live without a picture. Sad days indeed. Hello and welcome to the Ales Dandy Please stream. Happy Thursday, one and all. Great to see you. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here today. We do have a question of the night. Already firing up the engines. What is your favorite aroma is the question of the night. And of course, our esteemed friend Melissa answered it for us. I think I'd say lavender for sure. It just smells so cozy and nice. That's a great choice, actually. I feel like I'm one of those individuals that only learned of lavender relatively late in life. I feel like I was introduced to it in some kind of scented candle at some point. But I certainly enjoy it. It's a little refreshing, and like you say, it is cozy. As a matter of fact, I actually do have like some odor beads in the back over here, and they are specifically lavender. And I remember that they are lavender because they are purple every time I see them. So it's quite nice. It's a nice aroma. Thank you so much for answering the question of the night. Melissa, also known as Derp Critic, of course, is a fellow Cuties stream team member. Also enjoys cozy games. Loves to play Curvy Air Ride. Last seen playing an Archipelago Randomizer. So please go check them out. I hope you're having a most delightful of day. Thank you so much for being here. So apologies for the rant at the top, but it's just been a rough morning. I honestly thought that this morning I would just dedicate for myself, and I explicitly made it so that I didn't have too many chores on board. And I don't know what it is. It's like I feel like, oh yeah, I'll just wrap this thing up. I'll do this other small thing, and then just time escapes me, and it frustrates me to no end, and just Anyways, that's just me being my own worst enemy. It's that's it. That's enough ranting. We do have a what do you call it? One of these introductions for our little puppers over here, Churro, who happens to be at my feet, so you can't actually see him. I've also got a terrible cough. Anybody that tuned in yesterday might recall that as well. It hasn't been a great set of days. But yeah, Churro is still healing from minor surgery. Tomorrow, he's actually going to the vet to get a follow-up checkup. So I think everything will be wonderful for him. Here you go, buddy. And of course, he chose to not show himself on camera because that is what these boys do. Let's see, we have one of those incense burners in the house, and we fire it up every so often. That's a good idea. You can never go wrong with just like the fresh aroma of lavender. No pun intended. My brain might not be thinking very quickly right now. Sorry to hear about your cough. Yeah, it's been pretty rough. It started like allergies. I thought it was just allergies, but I think as the week progressed, I assumed that it was going to go into like a regular cold, like a sneeze and whatnot, but all it became is like this low-level phlegminess in my throat, which kind of just consistently irritates my throat, especially when I start talking, because as you can imagine, I haven't talked to anybody this morning. Like, I'm here alone at the house, and I don't notice it, but then as soon as I fire up the stream and I start talking, it's like, oh my god, what's going on here? So sorry for that. Gotta work on it. Incense burner that we fire up. I like it. Now I get it. Thank you so much for indulging my request for clarification. We do have a something that we're going to enjoy right now. And I, of course, forgot to put it on my table, so let me go get it. The old refrigerator, not just for show. You know, as much as I like the color of my new cans, the one drawback from them is that I actually have to take them off my head in order to move anywhere around the Ales Dandy Studios, because it's got a cord. It's my lifeline, so unfortunately it does give me some limitations, but it's okay. I will deal with it rather than have to deal with the fact that the old set that I had constantly ran out of batteries. One more time. Let me guess. Welcome in I go. Happy Thursday to you. Hope you're well. Also, Sony is doing a state of play in half an hour. Yeah, I heard. Are you excited for any particular piece of news? I actually don't have too much expectations. I don't know exactly what Sony might be up to. I feel like whenever one of these pops up, I kind of just catch the highlights afterwards. Generally, they do have at the very least one piece of news that might be interesting. It's apparently 60 minutes long, which is pretty beefy. That's wild. I don't think I've ever heard of any direct or state of play that lasts that long. We love Daft Punk around here, I see. Oh yeah, definitely die-hard Daft Punk fans. I would probably say that my favorite song is Digital Love. Last night I had a dream about you. Yeah, and of course Lucky is always a good one. I don't know what to expect outside of possibly FF7 Remake Part 3. Will we know? Will we know what they call it? Will we know? That's a real question here. I am certainly as excited as everyone to see why they didn't call it Rebirth. And I might be getting a FedEx package right now, so let's go quickly into Be Right Back. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. I knew that I was getting a package today, and I knew that it was going to require a signature, so I had to just run to the door. Apologies for the for the brief intermission there. I can only imagine what the FedEx person thought when I walked up to the door looking like this. I mean, is that something that they even register, or is that like, I'm sure they're used to weirder things, but I can't imagine what they thought when they were just like, what is this? Okay. Anyways, what were we talking about? Okay, so we don't know what to expect outside of possible FF7 remake part. Yeah, right. What's your answer for your question? Such a sweet song. Yes, so my answer to my question actually happens to be cinnamon. I love cinnamon. I love to eat everything in cinnamon. I love the smell of baked goods with cinnamon. It's delightful. I've known it since I was a kid. Actually, it's funny because my partner hates it, or doesn't hate it, but just doesn't care for it. But I myself, I'm super fond of anything cinnamony, and just that smell is just like an allure. It's a passion. It just takes me to places. That is the real question. Yes. I mean, we had 2 60-minute Nintendo Directs in 2025, one for the Switch 2 and one for Mario's 40th anniversary. Yeah, clearly I don't keep up with these things, Melissa. Thank you for pointing that out. And I appreciate your patience with my departure. Oh goodness, yeah, can you imagine? Nobody sees you without goggles. Yep, that's been the thing since I started streaming, so I hope I feel like the day that I do like the reveal, like what my face looks like, will probably be my final stream. We'll play it that way. Cinnamon is another fantastic scent. Yeah, it's delightful. It's I call it the world's tastiest tree bark. So yeah, it's wonderful. But thank you for asking the question. And I can only imagine what your answer might be. But yes, what was I talking about? What are we drinking today? Let's go to intermission and actually, I'll just hold it right here. This is actually a holdover for one of the things that I was having back in Halloween season. Not necessarily Halloween, but pumpkin related to Halloween and the year stuff. This one is Hollow Jack. This is not an ale. This is actually a cider. And as you can see, it's a pirate. I'm assuming that it's some famous pirate called Jack. He has a pumpkin for a head. Hollow Jack is not an ale. It is actually a coffee cider. Can you imagine what a coffee cider is? It is made with pumpkin and Ethiopian coffee. So very richly layered, very textured moniker. Let's actually go ahead and see on this side on the ales cam. And right there. Let's see if I can pull that back just a bit. Hollow Jack. Slightly better image to the picture right there. It's a pumpkin coffee cider. But what exactly is a cider, you might be wondering? Obviously, it's not a beer. The main difference between beers and ciders is the fact that while beers are made with malts, made of barley, wheat, oatmeal, ciders are generally made from apple, pressed apple. That's the main component of a cider. You press your apple. The other nice thing about making ciders is that while malts you actually have to brew and boil, you literally just have to press the apple and then it's ready for consumption. Part of the reason why you even brew and boil your malts is to make the sugars readily available for the yeast. But of course, if you chew on an apple, you'll see that if you leave it outside, it'll immediately start growing things. So there doesn't need to be like a heating step or anything like that. The nice thing about ciders, of course, is that they're generally sweet, very appley. What happens is that when you make your cider, you filter it so that you take out all that pulp and you're left with like delicious sweet liquid, slight alcoholic content, very strong taste of apples. There's a wide variety of fruits that you can use for ciders. You can use pears, of course. Pear ciders are also known as perries, but then you can also make ciders with other things like pineapples, guava, which I enjoy, mango, and then berries like blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, you name it. I don't care too much for the berry ciders, but they have a place. I'm more of a guava cider and a pear cider kind of person. See, I was gonna say Jack Skellington, but he doesn't have a pumpkin for a head. Yeah, it is pumpkin shaped, but he is no pumpkin. I haven't seen the Nightmare Before Christmas for quite some time, actually. I think I saw a snippet of it like last Halloween for some reason, and then I remember like the kid at the beginning of the movie looking under the bed and seeing the monster under the bed, and I was just like, wow, that is terrifying. I haven't seen it, which reminds me that a lot of what was depicted in that movie is just very, very strong, creepy imagery. Nightmare Before Christmas is such a good movie. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like I kind of enjoy everything that Tim Burton used to do. I want to say earlier in his career. Stuff a little later on, kind of hit and miss. But yeah, I do like his aesthetics. And it looks really cool for 1993. Yeah, absolutely. It's impressive what he was able to accomplish with that kind of technology. But yeah, that is what Hollow Jack is. Of course, let's go ahead and see what Untappd has to say on the matter by going over here. Turn off the ales cam for just a minute. Okay, so Hollow Jack by Towns Ciderhouse. It's a cider, herb spice, 6.5% alcohol by volume. Mischievous and spiced, Hollow Jack is far from empty. A brew of fresh pressed apples, caramelized pumpkin, and sweet potatoes is finished with a dash of honey and spices to carve out this special fall cider. Wow, why is that, man? What? That's definitely an imposing picture. I hope he enjoyed his Hollow Jack. Anyways, yeah, so not only is this a pumpkin cider, so they added pumpkin. Gandalf, exactly. Not only did they add pumpkin, they added sweet potatoes, which are always delectable. And then they added some coffee to give it like a slight extra bittering twist to it. Let's actually go ahead and taste it and see if the stories are true. Didn't know that Gandalf was an enthusiast of the pumpkin ciders, but you know what? Stranger things have happened, like the ending to Stranger Things. But yeah, here's hoping that everyone is having a delightful day. I really just wanted to get into this game, like I said. I really did want to start earlier, but alas, life. I really like this theme. I think it's Clarity, but not Clarity by Zed. Let's leave that one there. Okay, and as you can see, it's relatively clean and crisp, very light body composition, golden hue, a slight tinge of like a golden brown almost, and maybe I'm seeing that because of the coffee character to this. You can definitely sense some like strong red apple, maybe like maybe even a Granny Smith, and then you can sense some like light coffee notes as well on the nose. Faminail, dear viewer, thank you so much for being here today. And definitely a toothsome cider. Light in body composition, 1 out of 5. I want to say sweet towards the end, which is rare. So sweetness generally happens at the tip of the tongue. I want to say there is a good, strong coffee character to it, but it is not bitter. I want to say it's kind of like a muted, aromatic coffee. Maybe that's what Ethiopian coffee is like. I'm not a coffee connoisseur. I wish our friend Spectrum was here to tell us what Ethiopian coffee is, but yeah, kind of just like a nice permeating aroma of coffee. Some good apple in there. Very light on the pumpkin. Not enough pumpkin, I want to say. And then I do want to say you can sense a little bit of that sweet potato, but it comes off as almost like a creamy, almost like a pressed sweet potato more than anything, and that also just rounds out the sweetness. This is nice, very enjoyable. Wanted to have something a little lighter to start out with, and I think this one fits the bill perfectly. So we are giving Hollow Jack today 375. Let's give it a 3.5 today. And cheers, we've got it. But yeah, that is what we will be drinking for the first part of stream. And of course I realized that I forgot to turn on my captions, and there go my captions. Wonderful. So that is what we will be drinking. With that, I think let's simply go and get started with Baldur's Gate 3. Still my first playthrough. Here's hoping that I can finish Act 1 soon. It's been a long time. It's been a while. Let's go and head back into the world of Faerun. And let's turn on the sound. Let me get my controller, which actually happens to be all the way back here because I forgot to put it near me. Okay, so I think there we go. Give me just a quick second here to deal with life. And I think we are set. I think we're good to go. We are playing, of course, on the PlayStation 5. Now, those of you that were here last time might recall that the last thing I was doing was attempting to take on a lava elemental. And the problem with facing the lava elemental was the fact that every time it starts a turn in the lava, it will actually regenerate, and it'll literally regenerate its entire health pool. So what I decided to do was to research how I can beat a beast like that. I also took some time to level up both Gale and Karlach. Karlach's not with me, but I might switch her in. And yeah, I think that's probably gonna be the first thing that we try to do. Let me go back to where we were. I did want to make sure that everyone had
pride of the game.
The things that they need in order to succeed. Characteristics, reactions, Sword of Screams. It might be a nice time to roll with Will. Current weapon set is ranged. Let's do melee. I don't think there's anything. He does have the spectator eyes. Very cool. One of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to try and see if I could find a particular scroll. Oh gosh, once again I forgot to check on
Defender of the people.
I wanted to check on Will's spells because I'm looking for a particular spell. It's called Bone Chill, and what Bone Chill does is that it makes it so that creatures won't regenerate. That is the key to defeating the magma elemental. But I might not have that on any of my characters, so I'm looking for a scroll instead. Let's go ahead and leave camp.
I admire your courage, Gale.
The one other thing...
Any particular reason?
Between the orb and the bug, you've got more than your fair share of unwelcome passengers.
What can I say? Mother always told me to be a gracious host.
The one other thing that we could do is try to find a scroll from a vendor that has that spell, and we could teach it to Gale, and then he could have it forever. So I am going to go use a waypoint. How these stairs do not fall is beyond me. Hopefully everyone can make it. Thank goodness for that. Okay. So there's our waypoint. Go to the Myconid colony. Let's find the merchant here. They might have the scroll that we're looking for. But maybe not.
Fuller. Somehow you look worse than last time I saw you.
Okay, so we've got 3 merchants here.
Thanks, boss. We'll be looking a lot worse if
Dareth,
Aye.
Balin,
Same as us, I expect.
and Blurg. I guess since Blurg is closer, let's go talk to them.
We've had some rest. Maybe we can still go back for the others.
So many minds connected. Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries?
I have not. Oh, let me switch the spaces for these. I don't want to knock one into the other. How's that? That's a little better. To your health. Okay. Do you have anything interesting to trade?
I do enjoy a good bargain. If anything in my private collection is to your liking.
Okay, let's see. Scroll of Blink, Darkness, Dark Vision, Feign Death, Flight, Gaseous Form, Gust of Wind, Polymorph, Revivify. These are always handy. I wonder if I could just take them. Discount is minus 32%. Why would I take them? And then we have Scroll of Scorching Ray, which is fire damage. And then the last one that we have here is Scroll of Speak with the Dead. Oh, let's take some of these alchemical reagents. What is this? The wearer can see in the dark. What is this? Whenever you burn an enemy, you gain 2 feats of heat. It's not showing me what it is for some reason. Boots of Genial Striding. That's weird. Okay, so this person does not have what we want, sadly.
Very well. I have mushrooms to catalog.
Oh, how exciting. Sorry, mushroom enthusiast. I'm sure it's fun stuff. I was just trying to be cheeky. Just trying to be cheeky.
Half of what they're saying.
That's what it is.
They're peaceful.
The Dwergar.
Can't keep getting lost like that.
Okay.
We'll be clearing out soon enough. You come across a noble stock mushroom about, you give it here. Gods know I've earned it.
Trade. Sadly, it doesn't seem like she has any scrolls to give. Wow, this one spell is definitely eluding us. She does have some potions though. I want to take these for What's his name? Will. You can never have too many potions. Mind reading. And I believe her husband also is a salesman. A salesperson.
How long have you been down here? Think, Balin, think. Can't be too careful in these parts. Paper bank's the least of it.
And of course, all he has is his pack. Okay. Let's see if there's any other stores around here. Maybe what we do is we fast travel to the Underdark. Actually, maybe we go to Trielta Crags and see if the lady, the evil lady, has a good scroll. Yes. Venture forth. If nobody has the scrolls, then we might as well resort to battle tactics, which is really what I didn't want to do. I wanted to rely on something easy. I can't imagine she might randomly have it, but from what I've read, apparently all merchants in Baldur's Gate 3 have randomized things.
Have you given any more thought to the retrieval of that Githyank here?
I'm not giving you anything. No, but I'd be willing to trade if you have anything worth trading.
I might have a few trinkets worth a glance.
Okay, let's see. What is this? Scroll of Darkness and Scroll of Dimension Door. We might as well take these potions as well. Call for adventurers. Some arrows. Arrow of many targets. Can I buy your gold? Probably not gonna happen. Oh, wait a second. I thought we were just buying things.
Happy, are we? Very well, then.
I'm not about to trade things. I have no idea how trading works.
To the retrieval of that Githyank here?
Okay, that's really all I wanted. Elemental momentum. Baneful striking. Your unarmed attack deals an additional 1/4 fire damage. Sadly, I have no monks with me. Winter's Clutches. 2 turns of encrusted with frost upon the target. This might be useful for the upcoming battle. We want to use frosty spells. So let's take those. And let's see. We fast travel to go back to the wilderness. Let's go to the Grymforge. And we are enjoying some delicious pumpkin and coffee cider. Sorry, looking at my output. I think we had a merchant here. Or actually, they might have been one of those bad guys. So maybe not. At this point, I'm gonna say that there's no scrolls we can purchase, sadly. So we're gonna have to depend on battle tactics. Let me see who of my people
Where am I needed?
does Will have frosty spells? Witchy Bolt. Conqueror of Hadar. Creatures with this black sphere are blinded and take damage at the end of their turn and the start of their turn. The area is difficult terrain. That's kind of cool. Yeah, let's definitely use that one. And then passives. Dark One's Luck. Okay. Let's see. Gale definitely has some frosty spells. One of his cantrips is Ray of Frost, so he's going to be spamming that the entire time. Let's give him the gloves to ensure that he maximizes that damage output. And I believe he currently has... Give him a better staff. Morning Frost. It's a quarterstaff, versatile. Heart of Ice. When dealing cold damage, the wielder deals an additional 1 cold damage. Dealing cold damage with a spell possibly inflicts chill upon target. So this is going to be the perfect weapon for him for this fight. 2 to 12 damage. Wow. And I was able to build that from 3 pieces. Does he have a ranged? I'm surprised he doesn't. Not proficient. You know what? He probably doesn't even need a ranged weapon anyways. Let's give him the gloves. Gloves on... No, this is not the one we want. Troubadour's Wonders. Winter's Clutches. There we go. Gale is mightier than we originally ever envisioned. Does he have a helmet? Dark Justiciar. Not proficient with this kind of armor, unfortunately. What is this? Diadem of Arcane Synergy. When you inflict a condition, gain Arcane Synergy. No idea what that does. Okay. We might have a ring that he could use. Elemental Infusion. When you deal, that element infuses your weapon. Deal of that element on your first successful weapon attack. Well, we don't unfortunately use our weapon to attack, so that would be pointless on him. While concentrating on a spell, the wearer's weapon attacks deal an additional 1. Again, we don't use weapons, so it would be pointless for us to use that. I might just go back to our home base and see if there's other things that we can potentially use. Camp. Sorry for all the prep work here, but gotta be prepared for this one. That lava elemental was no joke, because clearly every other enemy before that one was a joke, and now this one is absolutely no joke. Hey Magashi, thank you for the lurk. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a most delightful of Thursdays. Magashi-sama, of course, fellow Fruity stream team member, always a delightful individual to chat with, great sense of humor. Last seen playing Little Nightmares 3. Please go and check them out. Where was I? Yes! I gotta check out to see if there's any other cool rings. Cool rings! Let's see. I don't really need to... Just need to go by equipment. Type. Type is fine. Type is fine. By the way, let me see if any of these are actually good for me in terms of a ranged weapon. Heavy crossbow. Of course not. Padded armor, simple clothing. They're both the same thing, but this one is actually better. Studded leather armor. They're both considered light, so let me take that one. And then we have some rings that basically do nothing. Ring of Arcane Synergy. When you deal damage with a cantrip, we might as well just take that one. We already have one of those, I think. Doesn't hurt to have an extra. You can always take an extra. What are these? Destitute clothes. I ain't no destitute, I tell you that. Scruffy vagabond clothes. What is this? Teal slim. Oh, I remember. I remember not liking that. We got some staffs here. Type. How about this one? So this might work for him. We might just give him one light crossbow. What is this? Staff of the Moon Maiden. It's also a quarterstaff, but it's not as powerful as what we have. Devil foil mask. Not proficient with that armor, sadly. Whispering mask. Some more random armor. Random rings. Okay. So let's go ahead and equip. Better armor class. Nice. And underwear. How about some boots? Acidic surfaces don't affect you. A level 1 transmutation. Wearing these boots is like walking on cotton clouds. Somebody that doesn't have Featherfall should use those, but not me. Okay, let's just give him one of those rings of Arcane Synergy. Elemental Infusion. Concentrating. Okay. There, so he has it now. Right, and ranged weapon. We want to give him just this light crossbow. Just in case he needs it, but considering that it's Gale, it'll be quite unlikely. Let's make sure Gale has some potions to survive. And of course, we decided to take all of these, split the item. We only need, I'm gonna say 3. Keep these back to Tamias. Let's give some sent to Gale. Okay. And does he have scrolls? Where's his scrolls? Scroll of Flaming Sphere. He already has that spell, so he doesn't actually need it. I don't know, give it to Carla. I'm sure she'll make fun good use of it. Okay, so in terms of let's go to Will. Will does have some cool armor already. Sense the shadows. When an enemy damages the wearer gains wrath for 1 turn. What is this? Boots of speed. Okay. And you can outrun a foe. You know what? That might not be bad for Gale, actually. Class actions. I guess that gives him the, what do you call it? The haste. But Gale already has that, if I recall correctly. The wearer deals when thrown attacks or attacks made with improvised weapons. Your armor class increases by 1. You gain 1 more use of it. Don't have any use for that. You got a Thunder Wave. Arcana plus 1 religion. Actually, let me give this one to Gale.
Salutations.
I feel like he would make a better use of that one. And then let's give him this. Where is that one? Strange Conduit. Mage's Friend. There we go. Go back to Will.
Defender of the people.
You know, sometimes I confuse them because they both have 1-syllable names. It's a problem. I know it's a problem. And then he has this, the Spectator Eyes, Ray of Fear and Wounding Ray. Sword of Screams, I like that. Okay, so the only thing that Will needs is potions. So let me give him some. We're just gonna go ahead and give him this. Do we have any extra? Karlach. Do we have any extra Karlach? No, we don't. We have just enough Karlach. Who am I kidding? We never have enough Karlach. Okay, and do they both have Scrolls of Resurrection? Let's split these. Split into 2. Give 2 to Will. Does Gale have them? Let me give him Lae'zel's. Okay, last but not least, I want to be able to deal frost damage. So, let me check my inventory.
What now?
See if I have any extra frosty spells. Aid, Blink Blur, 185, Lightning Bolt, Scroll of Ice Storm, Ice Knife. So those are 2 icy ones. Those are the icy ones. I guess question, does Gale already know these spells? Because otherwise he could actually take them.
Let me work my magic.
Camp stuff. Learn spell is 50 gold. How do I know he doesn't already have it though? He definitely has sleep. Already known. There you go. See, that's how you know. So learn spell. New spell, Ice Knife. And wizard level too low for this one. That's fine. We might learn it later in that case. I think that might be it. Tamias can keep that scroll. So, can I just rid my bag of all this camp stuff? Sent to camp. There. I don't even know why I carry that stuff. 25 keys. What's in here? Alchemy pouch.
Looking ahead.
Okay, so I think we're ready. After like 5 hours, I think we're ready. Anything else that we need to do? Probably not. Do we need to take a short rest? I think our HP is actually quite well where it is. So let's head out. The Ancient Forge. Nice, nice. Delicious pumpkin cider. Right, so I don't believe it was through here. It was opposite, right? Yes. And we jump. Oh gosh, that's a huge jump. Fall to your death. We got ads starting in about 3 minutes, so I'll take a break relatively soon. Let me just get all the way up until the battle and maybe just save the game. So, the way to the fight... The fight. The bouncer. So let me jump over here. And this is where I go ahead and make a save. And I think that's where we'll leave it. We will be back in about 4 or 5 minutes with more Baldur's Gate 3. Stay tuned. Okay, so that's the bed. And of course he missed it. He's going to look for it. Over there, buddy. Alright, let's try this one more time. Okay, success. We have one Twitch. The day is saved. But yeah, sometimes he hangs out there, sometimes he doesn't hang out there. We will see what the fate decides to do. I have a light over there, but I don't think it's activating. Ah well, might as well. If he decides to be there, then he will be there. If he doesn't decide to be there, then you know what? Free country. He's a lovable boy regardless. He became more powerful. Lovely. Do I have any more like chicken or items or things like that? I have a potion. What about that? Why can't I just directly use it from the menu? Does anybody know that? Did I? Let's meet Churro. So we got some I don't know if you can see that, but we got some like fish skin treats that my partner bought. So let's go ahead and feed this kid. Churro, can you come here? Actually, let's get you over. Come on. And so here's Churro, and he's going to be very unpleasant for a second. There you go. Thinking I go for that one. He's a cool kid. Like I said, I took him to the vet this morning. Clean bill of health, unfortunately. Get out of here. And of course now I've got fur all over my body, but that is okay. Okay, one. A hole in one. Ah. Okay. 2 and 2. Ah, too far. Needless to say, I was getting very lucky there. Nice. We're getting luckier than I expected. Oh, nice. Okay, one more to go. Ooh. Boom. So let's try and catch this piranha plant. One play is 10 rupees. Buttons move the crane, the rest is just timing. Go over to the buttons to play and good luck. So the movable ones are always kind of a challenge, I think, because I kind of just go for like the middle of where it might land. So right here, the piranha plant, I feel like the middle of it is somewhere between the heart and the rupee. We're actually closer to the rupee if we're actually thinking fourth dimensionally here. What? The crane actually knocked over the piranha plant? What is this ragdoll physics that we're having right here? I'm Aztec Falcon. Harpuya, the Guardian, sent me to clean up. Hey, help! Help me! You must be some of the garbage. Just in time, I'll dispose of both of you together. Alright, let's remember how to do this. Really the key to this is doing charge shots. Who would have thunk? 29 minutes, we got one more minute to go. And that's good because I probably need to quit very soon. Okay, this is no good. This is not good. Pichon, save us! I'm just gonna put down chickens just in case. Okay, this is no good.
Just stick really close.
Do the thing, do the thing!
Stick really close.
Chicken. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. No, I think we're good on chicken. Where is it? And hello and welcome back to the Ales Dandy Please stream. I'm your host, Ales Dandy, also known as Ales, Gentleman Streamer, Beer Goggles 21, Mama Ales, Baby Boy, and welcome back to stream, folks. We are playing Baldur's Gate 3, and we're about to tackle a lava elemental, I think, and potentially win. Maybe we win. Maybe, don't count on it.
The lava's erupting. Better watch my step.
And there it is. There's our fearsome creature.
By the hells, a lava elemental. No wonder the lake's so volatile.
We have to make it to the other side. What are the chances that we completely bypass it, though? That could be a thing. I think the idea is gonna be that we have to lure it to the stairs. Maybe we split up, how about that? It is quite far, though. Could we... I guess the question is, what is over there? Some kind of treasure. Well, it seems to have gone. I wonder if it's patrolling the area. Can we just jump here? What if I just do a simple jump to that location? Seems like it would be okay, actually. It might be safe if we just go. Let's go. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Is that lava? It's another one? Is it the same one? Ooh, okay. Wait, I thought I saw a bigger one. Was I imagining things? Was that not the... Okay. Well, let's assume that that's the one that we're fighting and that there's no more, but... It's a little strange. It seems to me a little strange. Where is everyone else? We got two of our party members here. I think that if we stick together, we might be okay. What we're gonna do is try to make our way up the stairs and see if we can lure it. Let's dash. And maybe try to pock shots at it. We can't move into that location.
Best be on my way.
And now, I still have a minor action. I'm actually not going to do anything. You and nearby allies can have +3 to saving throws. Nice. Aura of protection. And I think we end the turn right there. It is melting the earth. Okay. Can we push the creature up the stairs? Is that a possibility? Creatures within this black sphere are blinded and take damage at the end of their turn and at the start of their turn. It's a level 3 warlock spell. 10 turns. It lasts 10 turns. But I could also just thunder wave them. It's also gonna push Gale, though. If I could just get Gale moving first. Don't do anything. Oh wait, that's not Gale. That's Shadowheart. Shadowheart's gonna get pushed.
Ready.
Can you Misty Step out of that location? Let's see. She might be the one person that doesn't have Misty Step, sadly. But she can be sanctuarized, right? Let me see if I can simply run past provokes attack of opportunity. Can I just sanctuary myself? Oh wait, she does have... Yeah, she does have Misty Step. Not enough space. Maybe if I Misty Step... Nice, right over here. Beautiful. Okay, so what we are going to do... Oh, and she does have a... Oh, I thought that was like an ice spell for a second. Some of the healing spells just kind of look like ice spells, I find. Because of course they do. We could just do a simple ranged attack. Or actually we could do Guiding Bolt. Next attack roll against this target has advantage. Let's do a 1. 85%. Nice. So whoever attacks it should have some advantage. I think that is it for Shadowheart. I want to make sure that she's well covered.
Swords meet sorcery.
Okay, so Gale could go ahead and do something fairly strong, I think. Ray of Frost. He has 2 Ray of Frost options, huh? It's an action. 2 to 16. Let's go with Will first and push him. Let's try and push him. With Thunder Wave. It takes a short rest, but that's fine. Nice, he is pushed. I have a minor attack. Click heals to gain speed and freedom of movement. I might just want to jump to where it is and fight it that way. But taking on a lava and elemental might actually make it so that I start melting or something like that. I don't want that to happen. You know what? Before I do anything, let me go with Gale.
I don't fancy their chances.
Question is, can I try and freeze it now? See how it does. 2 to 16. 96%. Beautiful. Ooh, beautiful. Okay. We have one more. We have a Misty Step. I don't think we need to take a Misty Step right now. Did you just Kitty? Hey, how's it going? Great to see you. How are you doing today? Thank you for the redeem. Churro absolutely deserves it. But yes, happy Thursday. It is good to see you. If anybody doesn't know, shame on you. Shame on you. The Kitty Toe Beans is a fellow Fruities stream team member, a delightful individual, loves to play JRPGs, and was last seen playing, let me guess, is it... You know what? I'm not gonna guess. I'm gonna be horribly wrong. Final Fantasy VIII, of course. Kitty also happens to be a Final Fantasy VIII speedrunner and speedrunning coach. So go check them out for the hottest tips on how to speedrun Final Fantasy VIII. Let's activate that redeemed, Kitty. Let's go over to intermission for just a second. Yes, I do be coaching lately. Indeed. And let's turn on the Corgi cam. That's where Churro should be. Let's go with the Cabinet of Secrets, shall we? So that particular treat toy has the most numbers of treats per space. It literally has, let me see, 12. It probably has about 20 different treat slots because the little red ones actually both slide and uncap, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, as you can see, he's still wearing his donut of shame, and that's because he's still healing from a surgery. And but he's been okay actually. Tomorrow is actually his checkup, which is part of the reason why I'm not streaming tomorrow. But I'm hoping that he gets a clean bill of health. Churro, of course, for those that don't know, is my corgi boy of 8 years. Recently was in a surgery because he had a fatty tumor. He had a fatty tumor that was removed from his hip, but he's fine. He's dandy. He doesn't even care. And that is why he's wearing a giant watermelon. Let's see. He's so excited. Indeed he is. I hope so too. Yeah, I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be fine. But yeah, good to see you, Kitty. I hope that you've been well. I happen to be enjoying a delicious Hollow Jack pumpkin coffee cider. Right over here. You can't really see it from that tiny screen, but trust me when I say it is delightful. But yeah, I hope that you're having a wonderful Thursday. Thank you so much for the redeem. We'll catch Churro for a couple more minutes and then we'll go back to the action. But yeah, cheers to you. But yeah, while he's doing that, I suppose we can just be mesmerized by his very enthusiastic attempt at sliding that thing off. I don't think I've ever tried to give him this particular treat toy with the donut ring on, but it doesn't really seem that it's slowing him down. Alas. Yeah, I took Butters to the vet for his annual this year, and I was so scared because he's entering the senior kitty status. Well, I hope that he had a clean bill of health, Kitty. My brother actually had his cat up until they were, I want to say 18, 19 was the estimate, something crazy like that. So I know that cats can be fairly long-lived. I think he would. My brother's cat was just a stray, but obviously every cat is different. I sure wish Butters well. We did some blood work and he has a clean bill of health. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. It's all that good diet, good exercise. I guess cats don't get walks, but cats definitely move about a lot. But yeah, and there for everyone's enjoyment, Corgi butt. I brushed his butt yesterday. It's already not brushed again because Corgi butt. Anyways, I think he's slowing down. Let's go ahead and get back to the action over here. But yeah, thank you so much. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Sometimes what happens is I'll just bump into the microphone and sadly, unfortunately, it has this button at the front which is basically touch sensitive. And if I just bump into it, it'll sometimes just mute. So thank you for letting me know. You can't imagine how many times that has happened already. I'm thinking maybe I should put some tape on it. But yeah, trying to fight the lava elemental here. Who regenerates. I think that's it for Gale's turn. I don't think he needs to do anything. I think he's good. I might want to jump, but then he's gonna go up into our faces, which might not be a good. I want to keep Gale away from damage, away from harm. So he's gonna stay right there.
No holding back.
And then Will, unfortunately, is already in the sauce. He's in the thick of it. He can't really back down. Fortunately, Will actually does have some one-on-one fighting prowess. I don't think that he should be fighting the guy, though. I think maybe he should find a safer spot to be. Click heals. That will actually give him extra moves. But I want to see if the lava elemental will actually regenerate or not past this turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and end turn with him. And it's Tamias' turn. Should I just bonk him in the head? That could be good. I need a new mic myself. Yeah, it's I feel like what is it called? When I first started streaming, I was literally just using the dongle off of my headset. But then when I heard my VODs back, it kind of just sounded like me listening to like an old ham radio. So I decided to get like a little stand thing that stood in front of me, and that was nice. And that's probably what I had for the longest time. But then Elgato had this sale, I want to say like a year ago. And then I got this thing because it looked nice, it looked professional, it had like an app. And it's been working out okay, except for this large red button in front of it, which I cannot disable for the life of me. I've tried, I've looked into it. It's obnoxious. But yeah, I hope you find what works for you. I could lacerate it, or I could searing smite it. What would be a good wrathful smite? Requires concentration. Absolute talisman's aid. Then there's the wrathful smite, which frightens them. I don't want the elemental to run into the lava though. Maybe I'm gonna try and attack it, and then I will compel it to duel me, because it is time to duel. So yeah, let me go and face it. Let me go and fight it.
May the gods take you first.
Okay, and now I'm going to compel duel it. Well, actually, I get another shot. Actually, let me compel duel first. Nice, we're compelled duel. And I can still do one more strike. Okay, now the question is, will it regenerate or not? Oh, concentration broken. Okay, it didn't regenerate. I think we have a chance here. It is melting, which means that it creates lava around it. And if it does that, it means that it's gonna cause it to regenerate next turn. So we have to take it out now. I have some literally Temu mic. Really? What is I guess I'm not too familiar with Temu mics. But feel free to share. Okay, so we have Gale. Gale is gonna do a frosty attack. 80%. I wonder if I should hit the thing with the guiding bolt once again. I definitely don't want to lose this one. Yeah, let's go with Shadowheart first, just because we can't lose.
I'm ready.
%75% chance. Let's go for it. Beautiful. Okay, so now it's on Gale.
I speak, they burn.
Let's hit it with the Ray of Frost. 96%. Nice. That's what I want. Wolf's Hiss. Somebody died because of lava, I think.
Well met.
Okay, can we run? Can we just not be in the lava? Come here. There we go. Okay. Let me loot this thing. Ooh, some nice items. Okay, so what is this? Adamantine chest, a skeleton, gold. Too far. Can we open this chest? We need somebody who is adept at dexterity. That might actually be Gale.
One with the weave.
Let's see, character sheet. Our frosty wizard Gale. Intelligence and wisdom. Dexterity 16.
Can't give up now.
Dexterity 10. 13. Yeah, it's definitely Gale. Do I have any thieves' tools? Timaeus might have some.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Thieves' tools. Don't tell me I gave them all to Asterion. That's gonna be stinky. But of course, when I need to mute it, it does not mute. C'est la vie, as they say. Okay, so I was trying to look for thieves' tools. Why am I not just carrying some? This is so dumb. Let's see what the options are. Actions, lockpick.
The right tools for the roll trade.
Difficulty class 20. How is that even possible? Let's get Asterion back here. This is silly. Okay. Where is he? Come on.
Yes.
I need you in my party. Will you travel with us?
Well, obviously I would. But you have so many followers already. I wouldn't want to crowd you.
Trade places with Will.
Now that that's settled.
Okay, let's get back out there. Delicious pumpkin cider. Okay. Let's go ahead and try and open this thing.
No.
So it's still a dexterity 20. We do have a thieves tool, a +3 dexterity. Add bonus. We'll see what happens. Oh, come on. That wasn't even... Not even above... Try again. We have 19 tries. Great. We need an 18 or above, literally. So unclose. We're gonna keep trying. Technically a 17 could do it as well. So we have 3 out of 20 chances. Oh my gosh. This is just sad, folks. We're wasting all of our thieves' tools doing this. Oh my god. Is the game clowning me? What is this? Okay. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Wow. It probably senses that I am specifically trying this, and so it won't give in. It basically has already decided that I'm not getting this treasure chest. That's okay. I don't care. Oof, that one was painful. We're basically going through every number except the ones that I need. I knew we did 1 and 2. Of course we needed 3. Oh jeez. That is just bad. We're halfway there. It's like when you used to try to get like specific Pokemon in the old games, and the game almost like knew that you wanted them, so it just like stacked the odds against you. Another 3, great. Like the shinies or particular EV points. 5 more chances. Hilarious. You know what I should have done is probably save before doing all of these attempts. Oh, just move it. But at this point I can spend all my thieves tools. Too frustrated to think about this reasonably. What a nightmare. Seriously, we are nowhere close to where we need to be. What is this, the last chance? Last chance? 17, 18, or 19. Come on. Ah! And that was the end of that. Great. That was it wasn't even a Astarion. That was Gale. I don't even know why we brought him.
Well, hello.
Ah, what a pain.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Where's that skeleton? I thought there was a second skeleton somewhere around here. Nope. It must have disappeared. Oh wait, there it is. Can't reach this. So even though we defeated the lava elemental, I'm just a bit concerned about another one looming nearby. So we best leave this area. I wonder if there's a way to leave a marker here. Honestly, there won't be any point in coming back here. Center close. There's no way to like leave a marker, sadly. Could one of the skeletons here have the key though? Let me actually save the game just while I poke around this area. Just to double check. I honestly don't want to get into any more battles. But I do want to explore. Where is that second skeleton? Oh, it's right there. It just had a bone. Great. Here I thought it had like a key or something. Can I just bang it? Can I bang the chest? Open actions. Pick up. Move, throw. Well, I took it. So I have it. Once we have the numbers, we might be able to get it to open, I guess. I honestly didn't know that you could just pick up treasure chests. Yeah, so it must be the case that nothing is erupting anymore because the elemental is gone. Okay, good. Let's get out of this chamber. At the very least, we're not leaving empty-handed. We have the chest. We just need to be able to open it. Somehow. Before we keep exploring, let's take another short rest. Let me go back to the camp, get Will again. But I thought we did nice in terms of facing the lava elemental. I thought that was good. Where's Will? Will I am? Ah, here we are.
Well met.
Ah, you still have 1 HP, I see.
I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space.
Anything for you. I feel like I don't use will enough.
Ready and willing.
Willing? Very clever. Let's take a short rest and then let's get going.
Time to get going.
And can Shadowheart...
Can't afford to stay idle.
I know that she has a spell that heals, but that can only be used outside of battle. Heal a creature you can touch. It's a level 1 spell slot. Heal all allies you can see. Is it aid? Remove curse. Preserve life. Prayer of healing. Is it one of these? Healing word. Revivify. Beacon of hope. The sunbeam. That one's cool. Maybe it's over here. Bless. Resistance. I'm surprised. I honestly thought that it was just there was a spell that you could literally just use. Guiding bolt, animate dead. Bless. Maybe I just imagined that. That's a thing. Okay. What about this one? Help? Help down characters. Might as well just have Will heal himself.
Sharp as ever.
$23. Potion of greater healing. Okay.
I have a lot on my mind.
And Tamias is gonna leave this chest down here. Put the chest inside the chest. There. Okay, let's go. Can you believe that 20 lockpicking attempts, none of them gave us any of the 3 numbers we wanted? So what we're looking for is mithril. Mithril. In order to activate the forge. I believe I read a guide that suggested that mithril was nearby. So... what is this? Is that mithril? Oh gosh. Okay, battle. I am surprised. Magma Mephit. How many of these are there? 3? No, 5. Fire breath. Okay, when is it my turn? I guess they get an extra turn. Just absolutely no reason. This is painful. Okay, Gale. Let's see, what can we do? Netherese Ord Blast. Gale triggers them on its chest, destroying everything and everyone in a wide radius. That might not be a great idea. It sounds like you're basically a suicide bomber. Fireball. Glyph of warding. Select the magical effect will trigger. I recently changed Gale's spells. Acid Splash. Maybe let's start with Mage Armor. Let's do a level 1. I can't have armor equipped? Seriously? Oh, never mind. I thought that was just an extra boon. What's good? What's good? Blade Ward. Take only half the damage from... oh, it's only 2 turns. Scorching Ray. 3 Rays of Fire. But these things are fire based, so I can't imagine that they're gonna be very helpful. How about Acid Splash? This should hurt a lot of creatures, and not my friends. So maybe let me do that. Oh wait, this would actually hurt a bunch of people. Never mind. Ray of Frost. We could just do magic missiles. Those are good. We have level 1ers. Get rid of these chumps very close to us. Yeah. Okay, so nice. I might just it might provoke an attack of opportunity, right? Fire. Can't reach destination. We're gonna have to hold our ground, sadly. I can Misty Step though. Away from these creatures. Beautiful. Okay, now we can run. Don't need to run, but I will stay right here.
One more time.
Thank you for one more time. Okay, so now I have no idea what happened because I was dancing, but I think it's my turn again. So these should be relatively easy to fight off though. They're pretty weak. Aura of protection. Gotta try and take them out as quickly as possible. 9. One of them is down. And they explode, of course. Because of course they explode. Not enough resources action. Could do a pommel strike. Or I could go to these creatures and pommel strike that one. Wait, no, not the... I don't want Divine Sense. Can you not... Gosh darn it, why did it activate? Okay, whatever. Let's go over here. We might burn ourselves. But that should be enough. I was at the doctor's, but I heard your answer, and yeah, cinnamon is amazing. I just can't tell you my answers. So many good smells. Never thought about the ultimate one for me. Well, you can always tell me one smell that makes you happy. If you're willing. I'm not gonna force you. Hope you're okay though. I hope it's just like a checkup or something like that. That is it for Tamias.
This is my time.
Okay, like I said, Will can spar if when needed. I don't want to do a... Why can't I just do a regular attack, main hand attack, 70%? Total whiff. Wow, what sad state of affairs. Click heals. So now, technically, we should be able to speed up, right? Of course, it didn't do anything. Click heals did nothing, even though we're technically sped up. Reapply damage. Protect. Counterspell. Beautiful. Shadowheart's turn. God of War Trilogy remake happening just announced. Wow, so the first... So by trilogy you mean like from the new God of War, or is it from the original PlayStation 2 era 3 games? That's pretty cool. Yeah, just to check up. Nice. Let me sanctuary myself. My sanctuary. Okay. And so we're just going to do the heals. We're gonna do the heals. Heal your nearby allies. Confirm mass healing word. Can we make it stronger though? Beautiful. Everyone's pretty strong now. And we still have a main attack. So we could... What could we do? We could just move, right? It will still provoke attack of opportunity. Yeah, PlayStation 2 and 3 games. Wow, okay. I think that the last time they remade those, it was like a PlayStation 3 HD collection. I know that because I'm pretty sure I have it. Shadowheart is gonna stay right there. And now Gale is going to magic missile these creeps. Let's do level 2s. 90% but still at a disadvantage. Blast it. Immune to fire damage. That was magic missile. Why would you do that? Oh my gosh. We were supposed to magic missile the thing. Misty Step again. Bonus action plus level 2 spell slots. You know what? It's not even worth it. We're gonna stand our ground. I never played the first two. I'm pretty sure I played a few hours of the first one. It's a good time. Very good time. Let's take out this one that is already about to explode. Did more of them just show up? What just happened? Magma method. Wait, how many are... I'm confused. I'm pretty sure that we defeated it. Okay, this is ridiculous. Are they the same sort? Huh. So let me go and strike this one down then. And then do a pommel strike. Dazed. We end turn.
This is my time.
Who am I helping? Somebody down? I don't understand. Who would I be helping here? Shadowheart, who is down. Oh, she's fallen. Resident Evil Requiem looks so fun. Is that a remake of one of the Resident Evils? Shrouded in shadow, become invisible. Speed and freedom of movement. Speak with animals. Piercing strike. Do regular damage and possibly inflict gaping wounds. %, 85%. And how much damage would that be? 1919. Okay. So it exploded. So there's less of them, right? Yeah, there's less of them. And then we have a single flourish. Possibly throw your enemy off balance. Let's do it. Okay, there is still 3 left, basically. Let's move away from the fire. I think that's really not helping us out. Okay, we end turn.
Talk to me.
Shadowheart should be sanctuaried, but she's also burning. Ah, she's not sanctuaried, is she? Let's attack some of these creatures. Honestly, might make more sense to just focus on healing. And I'll actually activate the Spirit Guardians. Level 3. Let's go for it. And then we'll do some healing from here. Healing word. Make sure that Will stays alive. And then I will stay exactly where I am. Just because... Actually, maybe less close to the edge. I think that's causing problems here. End turn. Okay, now let's try this again. Where is my magic missile? Okay, action plus level 1 spells. Or actually, let's use Ray of Frost since that is actually our... Maybe I can move out of the way? Provokes attack of opportunity. Can I disengage? That'll take an action, sadly. Let's simply use a Ray of Frost. $18. And it is out. Okay. We still have a minor and we can use that for a potion. Okay, let's go into... Actually, let me stay right here. Or rather, not on the fire. Counterspell. Saved on Spirit Guardians, how dare you. Okay, Tamias. Maybe we can do Fire Breath. Maybe, maybe not. Have to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Wait, where is that from? That sounds very familiar. Minnetonka. Is that South Park? Is that South Park? Sounds like South Park. It's from Prince. Oh, wait a second. I think I recognize it because Chappelle did a thing on Prince, right? And he quoted that specifically. That's good stuff. Minnetonka. Okay, what was I doing? All right, so yeah, they did that also. Those first 2 seasons of Chappelle were so good. I know he did a third, but he was like not there for a lot of it. Let me do a Razor Gale. All enemies. So it should take these 2. I think there's 2. I thought there was 3 for some reason. Oh, wonderful. I can't see a thing. We still have a minor. Get this one. Miss. Of course it's a mess. What a mess. I don't suppose I have like some fancy spell that I could use. No, of course I don't. Why would I? We'll just have to hold our ground, I guess. Oh, actually, we do have a healing radiance. We could do this one. Maybe it's not the time yet.
Battle favors the fearless.
Okay. So by my count, there's only those 3 enemies left. You know what? We have ads in about 50 seconds. I'll figure this out after we go on ad break. We will be right back with more Baldur's Gate 3 after the break. I have to go under that particular cannonball. Okay, we're gonna get it. high as me. Got him. There we go. Now it's a softer spot. Where are you? And Beyblade. And Beyblade again. Roll. And roll again. Oof. Ooh. And let's do this. Boom. Nice. Oh, wow. Everything just shouts me. It's absurd. Okay, good. Keep going down. Keep going down. Don't even worry about it. Just keep going down. Wow. Just go. I am so close. I can almost taste it. Okay, another 14, but we got the numbers. Oh no. And that's the last we saw of Astarion. Why did that? Okay, that's ridiculous. There we go. That's her true form. Well, I appreciate you sticking around for my wide mouth reaction. I bet it's gonna be some gigantic, of course, dead. Okay, one. A hole in one. Ah. Okay. 2 and 2. Ah, too far. Needless to say, I was getting very lucky there. Nice. We're getting luckier than I expected. Oh, nice. Okay, one more to go. Ooh. Boom. You are going down, mister. You are dusted, Buster. And hello and welcome back to the Ales Dandy Please stream. I'm your host, Ales Dandy, also known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the Wolf of Brussels, Mere Man, or Munich Myth. And we are playing Baldur's Gate 3 today, but before we get back to the action, I did want to share one more drink for today's stream. I have never had this one before. This one is from our friends at AleSmith Brewing Company. And of course, that's a one-sided friendship. It's platonic. But what, you do with what you have. This one is their Speedway Stout. And as you can see, it's got some racetrack markings. Otherwise, it's largely black. It's got that racetrack font, as you can see right here. This is what I call a racetrack font because it's slightly leaning forward. It's doing this thing. So if I were to go through life doing this, it would suggest that I'm a racer, of course. But yeah, this one is AleSmith, which of course has a nice little anvil logo right there. Let's actually go ahead and move to the Ales cam to see this one a little bit better. And that's churro. We don't want to see churro right now. We want to see our can right over there. So what in the world, sorry, now I'm seeing that this one needs to be a bit more, there we go. I like that. So what exactly is a Speedway Stout, you might be wondering? I have no idea, but I do know what a stout is. Let's see, also ales. I've been really excited lately with how many cool things are going on with media and things I need to catch up on. I've been telling myself to take my time. That makes sense. But ales, my question is, it be designed that we aren't supposed to catch up on these things easily and may never experience all those things we want to see, read, play, etc. with how life goes and takes us, and doesn't allow us much time to focus and give attention to all these things. I mean, that's a pretty loaded question. I feel like, yes, absolutely, there's nothing that we can do in terms of like trying to catch up with everything, trying to see everything and trying to speak with everyone. I feel like, your perfect friends might be completely on the other side of the world and you may never know it, or something really cool that would excite specifically you is happening somewhere completely remote and you may never encounter. But you know what, maybe that's okay. Maybe the things that you encounter from day to day, the things that you're able to reach, the things that you are able to put effort into, the things that you choose, more importantly, are the things that define you. And it is those decisions that bring beauty to the essence of your own personal life. So don't regret the things that you can't catch, the things that you can't see or experience. Celebrate the things that you can, the things that you do every day. That's kind of how I live with it. Never thought of it like that. Ales is the GOAT. I try. Thank you for suggesting that. I appreciate the thought though. That's a good one. But yeah, don't try to experience everything, and certainly don't feel sad because you can't. It's just life. We have a finite life because it makes us appreciate what we do experience. What is a stout? What is a stout? A stout is a type of ale that brews dark because of the malts that you use for it. You use things like crystal malts, chocolate malts, caramel malts, and when you brew those suckers, they brew dark like a Pepsi Cola, Coca-Cola, or of course RC Cola. They have rich, complex flavors, things like dry fruit, things like chocolate, coffee, very rustic sugars, things like molasses, brown sugar, and then caramel, maple syrup, just a wide swath of different flavors. You've also got some dry fruits as well. So yeah, very delectable. There's many varieties of stouts. The one that we're highlighting today, of course, is a coffee stout. What is a coffee stout? A coffee stout is a stout that chooses to accentuate its bitters, and it does so because during the fermentation process, you actually add coffee into the mix, which gives it a slightly more breakfasty type style of flavor. When you're thinking of something like an Irish coffee, I think that's what they call it, an Irish coffee, it's something very close to that. So yeah, that is basically what a coffee stout is. To actually go ahead and see what Untapped has to say on the question by moving in this direction. Shall we turn off the ales cam? Let's turn off the ales cam, Mo. And okay, Speedway Stout. Imperial double coffee. It's got double the coffee. 12%. A huge Imperial Stout that weighs in at an impressive 12% ABV. As if that is not a no-show more. We added pounds of coffee for a little extra kick. Show me less. Show me less. I am not the biggest fan of coffee stouts. So you might be wondering, well, why did you get this? Why did you buy this? I didn't buy this. I requested a milk stout and Total Wine sent me something else because they didn't have the thing. So now we're gonna see how big their mistake was. Let's go ahead and go back to intermission. But okay, we have to give a fair chance to everything. Sometimes we can't have what we want. Sometimes we just have to see what the world has to offer. Oof, that one splashed. Very, very thickly packed. It's a thick, dark liquid. I really hope that it has some notes of sweet. Stouts definitely have sweetness in them, but if the coffee is too overwhelming, I can't imagine that it is there. So as you can see, completely thick and black. You got a thick black head at the top. Some of that is because of my pouring. Let's go on the nose. It's actually a little creamy. I don't sense any strong coffee here, so this might not be a wash. Famanale, dear viewer, thank you so much for being here today. So definitely some coffee flavor. Very rich. I'm impressed because yes, I do sense the coffee, but you do have it balanced with a good amount of sugar, and it's not like a milky sugar. It's just basically just like sugar flavors from the barley itself. But the other thing that just like levels it, like evens it out, is just the alcoholic content. It's a whopping 12%. So obviously an Imperial. Every time you see the moniker Imperial, you're talking about something above an 8%. And so because of that huge factor, it is kind of masking, it is kind of blending that coffee flavor. And it kind of just balances it, and it's also just, it just makes it sweet. Thick in body composition. I want to say some notes of wine, maybe even some oak is what I'm noticing there. And I feel like whenever you get some high alcoholic notes, you do start sensing things like maybe oak and bourbon. Some good maple notes on the surface to kind of just smooth things out. This is surprisingly delicious. I am almost glad that they make this mistake. Let's go ahead and rate this one. I am surprised. 3.5 is what we're giving it today. And cheers, we got it. New Brew Thursday. New Brew Thursday, everyone. So yeah, that is what we will be drinking for the rest of today's stream. With that, let's go back to Baldur's Gate 3. Okay. So we're in the process of trying to fight some magma demons. We had this situation where it seemed like they multiplied, but maybe what happened is we just woke up a few. So that might have been the actual situation here. Currently we're playing with Will. We could do a regular main hand attack. Could do a weakening strike. We could do a main... I think he has some other attack, right? What is this? A piercing shot. But this one looks like it's ranged. Concentration, heat metal. What is heat metal exactly? Who knows? Wounding ray. I think we just try and attack it, see what happens. We've got an 80%. What's the worst that can happen, right? And of course, we got exploded some more lava on our face. We need to get out of all this stinky lava. I think all the way over here is the only place that it might be safe. We should also just maybe drink a potion, because we're gonna incur some damage. I don't want to loot anything right now. No, I don't want to loot. Stop it. Can't reach. We have like 6.2 feet, by the way, to move.
Finding my way.
We're no longer under Dark One's blessing. Fine. Heat metal disadvantage. Gosh, another one came to us. Okay, Shadowheart is still here. Let's go help our friends. Does Tamias need any help? I think he'll be okay. So let's go help out Will. Let's help him. What will help him do? Well, let's do it anyways. What just happened? We saved him. Oh, I see, because of our angels. Nice. Well, we could just try and heal him with something. Healing word.
Take two.
And maybe let's get out of here. How far can we go?
Got to move.
Okay. And turn right there. And Gale. Frost that thing. Boom. Wait. There's still one more. Oh gosh. How many of these creatures are there? It's so obnoxious. We could Misty Step. But why do we can literally just walk. Drink a potion. No need to be wasteful. Okay, Tamias, just end this. This is such an obnoxious fight. Kick his butt, Seabass. Okay, Wolf's Kiss, finally. We're just gonna eat all the fire until it... Heart-shaped rock. Malachite. These creatures definitely had just a bunch of gems. Gem is my name. I need to rest soon.
I'll need to rest soon.
Was it me, or did I see one of them that had like 1 HP? Knocked out. Well, maybe we might put it out of its misery. This one right here. Actions. Oh, I guess we don't want to do that because it's not currently aggressive. Fine. So we looted all of them. Onyx and a blood-shaped stone. That one is in the middle of the air. I don't think we can do anything about that. Yeah, sadly we can't reach it. So, what is this? Rows of books. Scroll of stone skin and scroll of fly. And a granite chair. How mysterious. A mithril vein. The elixir of resistance.
Maybe I need more pockets.
Sharon registry. Yes, I got a long statement question. I want your thoughts. I'ma send it in bits. Okay, I'll try and do my best. The Ladies Worshippers. A registry of proud followers recruited from her loyal paladin, Ketheric Thorm. Pages upon pages, names fill this book. Some are only nicknames, others consist of multiple noble titles. All of them are scratched out and annotated with "no longer." Well, that's that. Mithril vein. Can we move to... What do we do with this? What if we just touch it? Immune to slashing. Resistances: slashing, piercing, acid. What are not its resistances? Hit points 10. Do we have somebody with a force damage against this entity is doubled? Actually, piercing should do fine. From non-magical attacks is halved. So if we have somebody that does force damage, let's see. I know people adapt over time to things, but I recently started streaming. Cool. Doing it for myself. I don't have cam, but I might one day. But the whole point here is I've noticed even with a strong personality and confidence I possess, I sense the vulnerability when it comes to streaming. Okay. You don't know who's watching, and those comments can feel not warranted at times. And you being a smart man, I know you like protecting your face and not exposing yourself so much, which honestly makes sense to me. Even in Romeo game, the dude says the soul is in the face. I do believe that. Now I feel devious and bad when I judge people who stream. It's never heavy stuff but light punches, but it still can make someone feel vulnerable. And also to say sometimes those people who gain a lot of viewers are chosen over time by algorithm or someone, so people to be exposed more to the public. But you have taught me a small community makes a big difference, and do it for the love of the game and some connections. But yeah, being with the camera and putting yourself out there for a small amount of recognition feels very daunting. But we all have to start somewhere. It just doesn't seem adequate to put your soul on the line when it might not work out, even if it's just your voice. People could be screen recording and now your own voice in a way. What do you think? I mean, number one, congratulations on starting streaming. That sounds really cool. You know what? Let me just go ahead and follow you. First of all, first things first, let me go ahead and follow you. There, you are now followed. But you know, I feel like you said a lot of things that ring true to me. I think that, you know, when I started, I had a lot of concerns about, like, well, I might look like a fool, and you know, people might not want to watch my content. And you know what? Both of those things are true to this day. But the point is that you're doing it for yourself, right? The point is you want a creative outlet for yourself. I feel like a lot of people out there go out and say, you know, streaming is easy. It's just turning on a camera and this and that. But lo and behold, the streaming is focusing on a game. It is managing social interactions when they come. And it is just like paying attention to all the technical stuff that is happening around you. So for anybody to think lesser of a streamer at any point is completely absurd in my mind. I think that it takes a lot of courage to put your face out there, absolutely. I think that you have to have a certain level of confidence. I have no confidence in my looks, which is why I do a lot of this. And yes, you're absolutely right. I don't want to show my face truly because I don't feel like I need to have my face completely out there, even though I'm sure that some people probably know, maybe. But I think that you have a right to protect yourself. I feel like you are justified in believing that yes, there can be some bad actors out there that could potentially use your image and, you know, for a lack of a better option, potentially dox you. I don't deny that that is an option. I want to say that that is not really what happens all the time, but I can see your concern. And I think that you need to do what you need to do to protect yourself. So if you don't want to do that, then that's totally fine. If you never want to show your face, that's totally fine. A lot of people just do PNG tubers or like VTubers, and it's okay. I think that you've taken the right step. And I feel like if you ever do want to show your camera, then you'll get there, you know, when you want to get there. You know, don't feel yourself forced. I think that yes, there's a lot of vulnerability in showing who you are and talking and being able to engage with people. But I do think, as you have seen here, as you may have seen in other streams, people will make real connections. And it's great when that happens. It might not be all the time. It might be like 1% of the time, but just that one instance makes the whole damn thing worthwhile. So congratulations to you. Hopefully that addresses most of what I said, most of what you said. I feel like I missed a few things, but you know, take it easy. Don't do it when you feel like it. Don't force yourself to do it. And just have fun with it. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of naysayers and people who are just mean. Sure, but eventually you'll find your people. Eventually, the people that you know, jive with you will just come. Yeah, I did. Thank you. Yeah, you're most welcome. Like I said, I'm glad that you decided to try this out. And, you know, I'm not saying that it might necessarily be something that ultimately works out for you, but it's good to try new things. It feels good. It's that energy, right?
Armor needed.
Okay, I think Gale or Will might have, like, those kinds of attacks. Force damage. Eldritch Blast. Conjure 2 beams. Yes, he does. So let me stand from here and shoot at the thingy. Wow. What did that do for us? Oh, pick up a mithril ore. Wow, is that it? We broke the whole thing just for one? Oh, come on. Come on. What was that? I thought that this place was gonna be like full of like mithril ores. Mithril ore BG3 location. Let's see. One is in the abandoned refuge northeast of the Adamantine Forge, and the other one is in the ancient temple northwest of the abandoned forge. Each location contains a single ore vein, so you can only get 2 pieces in the entire game. Okay, so we got some coordinates here. Let me check this out. I might want to go to camp before we do this, though. Where are the coordinates in this game, anyways? Place marker. A magma method. Near the ancient forge waypoint, head south to a ledge, then down the lava river, cross the river to the vein. So that's the first one. The second one is located along the path to the Adamantine Forge. After reaching the forge, head left into a large open area to find the vein. Let me see if I can find that. Ancient temple. Northwest of abandoned refuge across some lava next to a cliff. Where is this abandoned refuge? Also known as the Ancient Forge. South and adjacent to Grymforge. So let's continue on fast travel. We might want to take a long rest at this point, actually. I feel like we're probably overdue for a good rest. Let's get out of here. Find the sigil. Take a long rest. You have 6 molds and yet you can only make two weapons. That is sad. That is sad. This is the Ancient Forge. That's the Grymforge. Okay. Where is this abandoned refuge? Northwest of the Adamantine Forge. Right. Northwest of abandoned refuge. The ancient temple. Grymforge in Act 1. But without immediate access beyond some overlooking cliffs. If only I could just look at the map. Shadow Cursed Land. Where is the abandoned refuge? South of and adjacent to Grymforge. Mithril veins. Okay. Let's see, I haven't had people come into my stream with rude comments, but I can sense the fakeness, like people trying to design something for me, or whisper to me, why don't you have more viewers, or others rating me and wanting to follow back, and making small talk. I don't know, it seems all fake and I don't like it. So definitely, no matter what, when you're beginning, I can tell you that for the first 3 years, some bozo would come to the stream to just ask about whether or not I need assets or this and that. They like start out being friendly, but then they'll start talking about, oh hey, I like your logo, or do you think your logo needs work, or things like that. So yeah, don't listen to those people. It's unpleasant, but you'll eventually grow a thick skin for it. At the very least, I have, because way too many people just came with that garbage. Let's see. Difference is I ain't no creep or weirdo. My intention is to be cool viewer in the stream and give praise to the streamer. I connect with like how I am with you. I would like that in my stream, but it's rare as it is to have people like that. But it's not uncommon. Yeah, and you know, everything worthwhile takes time. Don't assume that you're gonna find your people soon. That's all I'll have to say. Maybe you're lucky. Maybe the right people will show up. But what I would say is do what you need to do to enjoy yourself. Feel satisfied with what you're doing. Don't assume that you're going to have grand conversations. Play a game that you enjoy. Have a good time. And if those connections happen, great. If they don't, there's next time. Don't, I would probably say don't put too much, don't let that be the end goal. Like I said, the cool people will eventually find their way to you. So that's the Adamantine Forge. Maybe I need a map of the abandoned refuge. Oh wait, this whole thing is abandoned refuge. Huh. And then over here. Oh wait, that's where we are. That is true. Let me try and find a map. Maybe that'll actually help things out. Just because I'm at a loss to what to do. BG3. Abandoned. Refuge. Map. Okay. So I see that. That largely looks like what I have. That looks pretty similar, to be honest with you. So northwest of Abandoned Refuge, it should be northwest. And the ancient temple. Across some lava next to a cliff. I'm assuming that I might be in the right area, but it could be around here as well. Where we went first, I think it was down here. Yeah, we went down here. Sorry, down here. That is where we went. It might be down this. Actually, it might be over here. I'm trying to move the PlayStation cursor with my mouse. That is great. Maybe around here. That's what I'm sticking to. Okay, let's take a long rest. We deserve it. It's like you earned it, sailor. And it doesn't seem like anybody has anything to say right now, so let's go ahead and end the day. And of course I am naked once again, because why not? Let's do the rounds.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I think that's good, Astarion. That's good. Karlak.
Copper for your thoughts. You must have questions.
Not really.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I love your earrings. I don't think we've had this conversation. How are you feeling? It can't be easy, facing the possibility of death.
Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives.
Good, good. That's how it should be.
Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
Well, let's hope not. Thank you for your thoughts. Where's the others? Well met. Wilmet. And Shadowheart.
I was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need?
I am surely not long for this world. Okay, let's just go to sleep. I really need to find myself some PJs. What are these? Boiled beholder eye stalks. 12. Oh gosh, we used the whole shebang. Can I just use... How about auto select? What if I put... Neogy Claws 10 10. We just need 10 more. 8. Ah, just when we were so close to getting 10 more. 6. 7. 6. Can never combine things properly. Salami is also a 6. Oh, this one is also 10. Okay, so we have... Let's go. Let's see, I've also been in a way really loving myself. Like, I know I can gather attention, but something so satisfying when you're doing it for yourself is liberating. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you make a post on Instagram, get 2 likes, or you do a stream and it's just like you. Like, I feel good being silly, real, and when it gets performative, you become like a lot of other people, and the whole point is to stand out from those people. Funny how that works. Yeah, and you know, the thing about that is, when you get comfortable with being in this space, when you get comfortable with like being on stream and chatting, whatever, I feel like you start releasing who you are and your personality, and sometimes, honestly, that's enough to capture people's attention. Just being yourself is probably sufficient to grow your community. But the best takeaway from all those things you said is to protect myself. Yeah, and I absolutely agree. You should absolutely do what you need to do in order to make sure that this whole thing over here stays right there, and your life can just be separate from that. At least I certainly handle it that way myself. Alright, let's get back out there, soldiers. Let me do a quick save. Let's go and explore around that forge, see if we can find the second mithril ore. So we're at the abandoned refuge. We might not have explored this area down here, I think. This is the poisoned room right there. There's a river of lava. And we did this part right here. So that's a sigil. Is there a path here? For a moment there, I thought my game froze. Oh wait, there's a little nook. Can we not cross here? Looks like we already looted these fellows. River of lava. There's the ore. There it is. What's over here first, though? Nothing of interest. The ancient temple, we made it.
That's curious.
Ooh, a dirt mound.
Don't fancy getting my hands dirty. I need a shovel.
Really? We don't have a shovel? This is wild. We always have a shovel. Oh my gosh, how could I? Let's look around. And there's the mithril vein.
the pride of the gate.
Because when people tune into my stream, I turn my microphone off and reply in the chat. But when it's just me, I screen record my stream in certain moments. Like when I'm cutting a promo like a wrestler, it amuses me and makes me happy. And that kind of energy is what people like from me. But I don't have the momentum from the people to unleash that and put that on a show. Yeah, I feel like a lot of that takes timing, and you know, it does take like a good muscle to like react properly. So I respect that. You know, truth be told, the person that inspired me to stream was actually a co-worker of mine. And I want to say maybe that was like 5-6 years ago. And it's funny because before that I had never been on the Twitch stream before, and I was just tuning into her like playing Kingdom Hearts 3. But the thing is, for her stream was just her playing the game. Absolutely no talk, absolutely no interaction from everyone. And that was fine because that's what she was comfortable doing. She was just comfortable like playing the game. And people would come in and go and maybe ask a question, but you know, she wasn't necessarily engaging with anyone. And the thing about that is that even though she wasn't like planning on building anything, it made her happy, and that was enough. And that was the thing that made me think, oh well, maybe I can do something like that. And then I just opened my mouth. I wouldn't you know, don't be too harsh on yourself in terms of like reacting immediately to what people say. If you want to do it, give it a shot. You might come off silly, but over time you might not. There it goes. Let's get that second mithril ore. Nice. Can we unearth?
No hope of clearing this without a shovel.
Okay, let's go back to camp. Let's pick up a shovel. This is ridiculous. Get that shovel knight. Shovel knight it into my mouth, I say.
No time to rest.
Please tell me that I have a shovel around here. Sort by type. No shovels, it seems. Okay. Sort by type. Let's hope. Let's hope. Dog sounds. The sound of a doggy. One who happens to be missing from camera. Wow, no shovels. That is ridiculous. I don't suppose Vollo has one for sale.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here.
And
I'll just make
trade.
myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Okay, he has one. He has 8 of them, actually. Can I just take one? So goofy. Let's leave camp. Good times. Treasure chest. Ooh, a sylvan stone. What is that? A chemical. Fluorite shard. Gaseous form. Okay, cool. So we explored this little area. We have our mithril ores. Now the thing to do is we need to decide on what we need to craft. We have 6 molds. And we have two pieces of mithril. So let me go get Karlak. She has all of the pieces. If I could just fast travel to camp. Let's see, I also got inspired by Bambolina, the girl that rated you the other day. Yeah, I remember her. She's averaged like 50 to 70 viewers now, and she's good at... She's not good at the game, no offense to her. And she's not a smooth talker, she just replies to chat. But she started streaming on PS5 and now on PC. She made a whole community from just streaming on PS5, which is impressive in my opinion. But in a way, it's good that she's not good at the game. She won't intimidate no one in the chat, and people feel more relaxed with her and her voice. Well, I'm glad that she inspired you. I mean, maybe how to suggest this. Regardless of her prowess at the game, I know that some people tune in because they have, they are impressed at somebody's feats in the game. Certainly not the reason why anybody tunes into this stream. But maybe it's just her good rapport and her good nature that have made people stick around, and that's important. I wouldn't say it's because she's poor at the game that she invites people to stay. I feel like that would be a little underselling her potential. Let's see, but I like she streamed on PlayStation, felt relatable and gritty, but with PC she did gain more viewers, lost people like me, and don't see the same want anymore in her. She's less attentive now and looks more soulless, less energy. I mean, there is something to be said about just having more viewers, right? I can tell you right now that as much as I love chatter like this, if like messages just kept flowing, it would be very difficult for me to keep up, right? And it's not because I want to be less attentive, it's just because I'm a human being. And I wouldn't be able to fault anybody for that, right? I think it's good. I think if that's the kind of community that she has fostered, then, good for her. And I'm sure she's trying her best. I'm sure that every big streamer out there is trying their best to like engage with their viewers. I wouldn't, I wouldn't peg it on them. A victim of their own success, one might say. It's just not enough bandwidth, just not enough bandwidth. Come with me, Karlak.
Soldier.
Let's go.
Looks like your troops all
follow
up.
me.
You'll need to send someone packing if you want me
what's
to
the
join.
word? Is it follow me or is it come with me? Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Let's go trade places with Will.
Now we're talking.
Wait, just because you're replacing Will, is that the reason? Okay, let's get out of here. And we're enjoying some AleSmith Speedway Stout. All my love to long ago. Delicious stuff. In just a second here. Okay, let's go to the Adamantine Forge. How do we get back? Let's just jump. Hopefully everyone can jump. I'm not even gonna check, I'm so sure. Two pieces of mithril for 6 different weapons. I bet I'm gonna make the wrong choices. I feel like maybe I should just Google what are the best weapons. Also, I hope that I have enough things because I actually don't know that. into the greatest fight I will ever know. So before we actually try this out, let me see if there's like crowd-sourced information on what the best weapons are with Mithril Ore. BG3, best weapons, Ancient Forge. Best forged weapons, BG3. Okay, best adamantine forged weapons, ranked worst.
Of course!
That's a good one, I like it. Even someone as an OG in her stream, she doesn't give me the same energy anymore, but I would call her mommy, be the only one allowed to say that, and she would blush and get giddy. Not anymore, haha, but regardless, the big takeaway was the journey. IMO was a big win for her, not where it is at now. Definitely relish those memories in I Go. Don't assume that things are going to stay the same forever, right? It's the fact that you were there at the inception, the fact that you had those good interactions, and you know, ultimately just wish her well. You know, maybe she just doesn't have the bandwidth. Not necessarily her fault. I would just say it's I hope that she enjoys what she is doing now as much as she did before. Let's see, future people coming do not make the weapons, they become outclassed very early. The armors are your best bet, but be mindful that both have disadvantage on stealth rolls. Let's see. So maybe do the armor instead of the weapons. Crafting items with the forge requires mithril or mithril. Actually, we got ads starting very soon. Let me see if I can quickly read this. Or actually, well, let me just... Adamantine mace is the worst. Isn't a bad weapon, but it struggles to stand out. Biggest appeal. Diamond's main feature. The scimitar is the one-handed sword. This deals more damage and exhibits both the light property. Allows it to dual wield. Lethal weapon scimitar. Okay, the longsword. That one looks cool. Longsword can be one of the best adamantine forges weapons. Nice. Only downside is that it lacks the scimitar's finesse property, making it irrelevant for martial characters focused on dexterity. Let's see. I don't know, Ales. I feel like if you got 100 viewers per stream, you would still have that spot in your head for me and have an eye out for In I Go. I don't know. You cut from a different cloth. Well, In I Go, I'd certainly try. I can tell you that. Make no guarantees. One of these days, we're going to have the Ales anime treacherous turn, just like Aizen from Bleach. And then I will turn away all the people that helped support me at the beginning. Adamantine scale mail. So that one is at a level very rare medium armor. Things get serious with the adamantine armor. We generally hold much better in Act 3 and Act 3. The shield, ooh, that one looks nice. And then the splint armor, very rare heavy armor. You know what? We gotta do the shield. We gotta do the rare armor. A real one says. I'm glad you enjoyed that. We're probably gonna craft the splint armor and the shield, just because I like shields. I have a shield fetish. That's my problem. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. We will be back with more Baldur State after this. Let's see. I haven't seen Bleach, but I saw an edit with number 3 girl, and it looks interesting. Should I watch? And what's the plot about? That is a very heavy question. Let me try and tackle that after the break. In I Go. See you soon. I think this is a way better spot anyways. Okay, dead center. You can't deny me this one. I will not be denied. Don't keep, no. What is, did I just enter the Twilight Zone? Why is it going back on the platform? Okay. Just stay the course. Just sit back and think of the queen. Taylor Swift. Jeez, okay. I need to do something here. What's good? There is nothing good. Ooh, what about this magic missile? Let's try that. How about that magic missile? Oh boy. Okay, well, this clearly seems like some kind of devil's bargain here. What happened? What? Come on. What a jerk. Well, I don't want to turn in Asterion. What do you want me to do? I guess I'm just gonna let him do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Excellent. Astarion. No.
Oh wait, that's not what I meant. Oh dear. Wait, I didn't. Oh dear. How does he have so many attacks? Jeez. Okay, I guess we're in a fight and Asterion is half dead already because of reasons. There we go. I will atone for their sins. Cheesed him when he was in the middle of the screen. Oh, wow. Everything just shoves me. It's absurd. Okay, good. Keep going down. Keep going down. Don't even worry about it. Just keep going down. Wow. Just go! And hello and welcome back to the AleSandy Please stream. I'm your host, AleSandy, also known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the excellence of an execution, alias Maximus. And we're playing Baldur's Gate 3. We're about to create 2 of the 6 legendary weapons inside the adamantine forge or the ancient forge. I forget what it's called. You had a question about Bleach, and I go, let me know if you're still hanging out. Otherwise, I'm gonna. And if you're not, I'll save it for whenever you return. I'm still here. So Bleach, I guess to try to sum it up as best as I can. Bleach is the story of a teenager, I guess young adult, called Ichigo Kurosaki. One day he sees, I guess he's had the ability to see spirits all along, and all of a sudden he sees this giant ghost with a white mask attacking somebody. He tries to fight them off. He notices that there is a person dressed in Japanese garbs. They're like a samurai. They're actually a soul reaper. And he inherits her powers, and then he becomes a soul reaper. A soul reaper's purpose is to defeat ghosts like these, which are basically cursed spirits of people that refuse to pass on to the afterlife. We soon find out that there's this whole society of soul reapers out there. They're all fashioned after Japanese samurais, and they're on the other side of existence. And then there's a lot of these evil spirits known as hollows, and they have white masks, and they're themed after I want to say maybe Mexican, Dia de los Muertos type of cultures. So it kind of goes on from there. It's got a super huge cast of characters. They all have different personalities, different drives. I really enjoyed it from that fact. And then, so at the beginning of the story, it's a lot about him balancing his school life and being a soul reaper. But then, it goes more into soul society, which is where the rest of the soul reapers live. And then you start having the introduction of even stronger hollows and stronger enemies. As you can imagine, most shonen animes. I think it's cool. I think it's got a lot of style. I want to say that Bleach is probably one of the anime that I saw that I enjoyed the world building, but most of all, I enjoy the style. I think it almost runs along things like No More Heroes when it comes to style. But your mileage may vary, of course. It's a little old, but it's good. It's still good. What season does number 3 come out? Who's number 3? You mean what is? I'm assuming you mean a character that has the number 3 denomination. There's a couple of folks that have the number 3 denomination, because there's Soul Reapers in the 3rd squad, the Latina girl who is waterbender and has a sword. Oh, you mean Tia Haribel? I think she's season 3, 4 maybe. She's one of the stronger hollows. I think she has a shark motif, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I think it's season 3, 4. If I might look it up later, but yeah. They definitely had to do some editing on her clothing for the anime. I can tell you that. But the less said about that, the better. Let's go ahead and insert item. So we want to throw in a mithril. Oh, I think somebody else has it, right? Please don't tell me that Will has it.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Who has it? Did I just leave those mithrils with Will? Oh, what a pain in the butt. Okay, let's go get that stuff from Will, I guess. I'm definitely gonna watch that. It's in my friend's top 5 anime, and he's got good taste. But I don't know, he also has Code Geass as his favorite, so I don't know. But if Ales likes Bleach, I would too. You know what, Inigo? Do me a favor. Actually, don't do me a favor, but if you're actually interested in watching Bleach, find yourself an online guide that avoids filler, because Bleach was notorious. It was one of those early 2000s anime that had just a whole buttload of filler. You don't want to watch that. You want to avoid it unless you're like really interested in like some random side stories. I would avoid that. So find a filler guide and watch the main episodes. Filler is bad in that anime. Yeah, so I was talking to my brother about this the other day. There was a period of time where like super popular anime, they would go like 1 season, 2 seasons, and then they would have to have filler because they caught up to the manga. And I feel like that became the tradition for like stuff like Naruto and Bleach. Definitely there was a few other shonen anime that did that. But I feel like nowadays what happens instead is that you have season 1, season 2, and then 4 years later is like season 3 because they want to avoid doing the fillers. And I don't know what's better. I don't know if having filler is better than waiting like years for the next season, but at the very least there's no filler anymore. So yeah, just avoid the filler, you'll be fine. Let's see, where's Will? Some Bleach filler is not that bad, but I just wouldn't watch it because the series is already pretty long. Okay, where is Will?
Well met.
Actually, we can just take the stuff off of you. Shadowheart, Asterion, Will. Okay, so he has both of them. Give it to Karlak. Okay, let's get out of here. By the way, it's funny that you mentioned Code Geass. I think it definitely had its spots. I liked some of it. Okay, so let's activate this thing. The Crucible.
Got the mithril. Now we need the mold.
Okay, so what mold do we want? Why can't I move my cursor? Mold ejection. Mold chamber. The filler had no social commentary either. Damn, it must have been bad if AL saying skipping it. I mean, I saw some of it, and then I just got tired because it was too much. It was literally just story for the sake of story, and it didn't really go to the main thing. Splint mold heavy. Let's make the heavy armor first. Okay. Now I think we just need to press the lever. Mold ejection. Or maybe it's this thing. Roll them. Oh wow, what's happening? Wait, was that an elevator?
We're missing something. What?
Interesting. What is this? Lava valve? Valve. Ooh. Let the river flow. Wait, what is that? Okay. Well, it seems like we have a monster that we have to fight. 300. God dang. I don't think we've ever faced anything like that. Let's see. I think Violet Evergarden is in my top 5. Have you seen it? I have not. I know my brother saw it and he said that it was good. So I'm sure it's a fine watch. I don't think an anime can be on my top 5 if it doesn't make you cry. Well, you know, not everybody cries, right? People have different responses to different anime, and sometimes it's just not within people to feel like strong enough emotion to cry, even though something that will resonate with them. I think, at least, can be said a lot of the time. I'm sure there's anime out there that in the top 5 people list that didn't make them cry. So good. I'm going to the orchestra concert they're having this weekend. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, it's on my list of things to watch. I just haven't had time to. I am literally just like watching 2 episodes a week of whatever it is I'm watching. So it's that kind of thing. What if I hit it with Ray of Frost? High defense. That's not good. We should probably move to someplace where it's safe. I'm glad that we took a rest before. Maybe I should make a save right now, just in case things go south very quickly. I forget what my last save was, but I should have made a save before going down here, sadly. Okay, so we're going to pretend that we know what we're doing. Mirror image. That distracts attackers. Each duplicate increases your armor class. I could do that. Or blast. Fireball. Inscribe it. When stepped on by enemies, select magical effect will trigger. We can try. Excuse me. We can try that later. Maybe let's move and cast some Rays of Frost.
Swiftly now.
I'm kind of afraid to try and hit it from all the way, from too close. 1 turn damage 216. Maybe let's try Magic Missile, see what that's like. If I could find Magic Missile, of course. Choose 3 magical darts. They always hit their target. Threat assessment. Okay. We have a minor. I think we'll leave it right there.
This is gonna feel good.
And we are going to... Wait, why are you there? Just stand on the platform. Oh my gosh. Your rage turns into a frenzy. You gain frenzied strike. I feel like this is gonna be a big battle. Karlak, do your thing. Cleave. Reckless attack. We could do lacerate. Could we make it bleed? Maybe. Reckless attack. Come on, it was a reckless attack. What a... Oh, jeez. Okay.
To focus.
Guiding bolt. 45%. What if I increase the power? 45% still. What immune to radiant damage, so it basically did nothing. Great. How about I pose a question of the night for you? What are your top animes? 5 animes. Well, you know, I'm not going to be able to tell you what they are right at this moment because I don't have them in my mind. I can tell you which ones I am enjoying. 2 of them immediately popped to mind. Freeren, which is something that's currently going on. It's the story of a long-lived elf who once saved the world, who is eternal, who is navigating her previous adventure while going on to a current adventure. That is probably number 2. Number 1 is Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is a 1997 anime that you may have heard of. Let's see. Notable ones, I want to say maybe Trigun. I really like Trigun a lot. The original 97 anime is quite good. It's a very strong story about morality. And it's set in the Wild West. Maybe we can conjure up a spiritual weapon just to add an extra attacker. Darth Maul. Put him right behind them. Okay, spiritual weapon, do your thing. 70% advantage. Did it hit or not? I don't know. And Shadowheart. You know what? Wait, this might be a good chance to use Lathander's Light. We're gonna stick right here though. I don't wanna go anywhere near the lava. Wait, seriously? 21? That's ridiculous. Shield of Faith. Armor class 2. I should heal myself before I do anything. But I also just want to hit the thing really hard. Possibly mark your target. Moonbeam. Calls down a beam of light that damages any creature that enters the beam or starts. Requires concentration though. I believe this thing said that it's immune to radiant. Thorny Vines. Is that even gonna work here? Wrathful Smite. Possibly Frighten. I feel like we might just have to do regular attacks until we know the true nature of this thing. Or maybe even Lacerate. Why would I hit Spiritual Weapon? Oh my gosh, so ridiculous. Oh nice, we're back in the poop. For some reason we're back in the... This is upsetting. Why wouldn't it check in with the user before they put your character in a situation that hurts them? It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Do another main hand attack. Nothing is happening. Let's take a potion. Gain the ability to fly. Okay, we end turn right there. Threat assistant, threat attack. Okay. Now it's at 30% by the way. Let's see, I saw Trigun, his red coat was like the best thing for me in that anime besides a Wolfwood, I mean. He was cool too. Yeah. I think it's quite good. 50%. Maybe we need to push him off the lava. Could that be a thing? Sadly, most of our attacks are fire-based, so that makes things difficult. We could do the haste. Gain an action, become faster, and gain +2 to armor class. Could I just haste myself? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just start hitting it with ice. Six. We have a minor. Don't really need to do anything. Karlak. Come on. So Karlak is gonna move here so that maybe Tamias has a chance to be on the little bridge. Reckless attack. 80%. Come on. Why would she go there? Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. And do we have one more? Wow. Just the amount of defense that this creature has is crazy. Okay, we're at least out of the fire, but we need heals quickly.
Let's finish this.
Okay, so it is... Gotta stay away from this creature. Provokes attack of opportunity. Why? Oh, it's spiritual weapon. Never mind. Miss. End turn. Let's see, and I couldn't get into and finish Neon Genesis. I just didn't like the plot of them destroying those angels with the mechas. I don't know. I need more plot and congruity for me. Maybe bigger than life characters with just strong character development. I mean, my favorite anime, Yu Yu Hakusho, has all those things. Have you seen that? So I've seen Yu Yu Hakusho. I like it a lot. I think it's very untraditional shonen anime. It starts out being one thing and it changes. As you can imagine, my favorite character is Kurama. But as for Neon Genesis Evangelion, you know, don't... I completely understand. I think it's a very heavy anime, and if you're not like reading into the clues and like trying to understand the characters, like the complexity of the characters, then it becomes very difficult to understand what's really going on, you know? It's also just older, so I think it was made in a time where people would just need to focus a bit more as to what's happening, and it's like pensive and it's mood setting, and you know, not to knock anybody that is not up for that, but I feel like it was a different type of audience back then. Okay, so I need to heal Karlak. Let's do with a healing word. Let's do a level 2. 100%. Beautiful. Can we upcast? 6 to 15. Okay, good. And now I can do potentially a... Alright, it's not weak against Radiant. I might just use the Sunbeam. A beam of brilliant light sears and blinds all creatures in its path. We might just go ahead and use it. It's not even giving us a percentage here. I don't understand. Can I not? Oh, it might blind my allies as well, so I probably don't want to do that. Tisk. We could just do arrows. There's always arrows. Beacon of Hope. Do I have any special arrows? Spread magical darkness. Arrow of ill matter. Undead slaying. Ice storm. And fear. Too bad I don't have like a bomb. Let's just go with regular range attack. 30%. Oh, so I guess you become the prime target if you target it. I think I'm beginning to understand. Ales like in Kurama, all pink and red. I mean, would you have guessed differently? That's the real question. I really like Hiei. He was my favorite. Yeah, there was definitely something very cool about him. You know, a shorter character, but definitely walked as if he was the top dog wherever he went. This fight again. This, I have never... This is my first time against Grim, whoever he is. Yeah, I can't believe he has this much HP. This is like round 3, so I'm impressed with how durable he is. I feel like as long as I keep myself, one of these people targeted, I might be okay, but I don't want him to target the wrong character. And I'm feeling like I need to make sure that nobody keeps walking on the poop here. Alright, so we're gonna move here. Maybe he'll just pay attention to me.
No choice but to keep going.
Okay, stand here. Stop being a fool. Stop melting. Thank you. And just attack. I always see people get stuck here. This fight is tough. Why did you have to say that, Magashi? I was convinced that I could do it. I'm just playing with you. This does seem like a pretty tough fight. He hasn't done like any super powerful attacks yet, which is surprising, but I'm sure that that's coming. You can figure it out. Maybe. You know what's gonna happen is I'll probably just Google it, but that's okay. Scroll of Haste. Scroll of Magic Weapon. None of these are great. Let's continue the fight until we find some kind of pattern. So he's immune to Radiant. Keep the attacks coming. I could apply Shield of Fate to myself, but that'll take a minor, and I want to use my minor for potions. Okay. And I missed. I still have a minor attack. I'm gonna use that to heal myself. And that is where we end. Ooh, that is a huge slam. A slammy, as they say. It's nothing crazy. If it gets to that point and I'm here, I can give you hints. I appreciate it, Magashi. Sadly, it's very close to my Cinderella time, so might not have enough time to drop the hints, but I'll continue this game next week. Honestly, I was thinking that today I would finish Act 1, and literally, I kid you not, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna forge those weapons in that forge. I'll just come down here, get the thing, and then go to Act 1, and then close it up, and it'll be a real nice way to end stream. And then I start to make the weapons, and I get into this fight, and I'm like, wait, that was my victory lap. Like, what happened here? So yeah, things happen. Them's the ropes. We could keep trying to freeze the creature. Seemed to do a bit of frost last time. Super heated. Let's try and cool him down. Oh wow, it looks like we're no longer in lava, so that's good. Another. Okay, so we are now the prime target. Gale is going to run. Run, Gale, run.
Certainly.
Okay, just stay there.
I smell blood.
Okay, Karlak. We're gonna take the fight. Enrage throw, pick up an item or creature and throw it at a target, dealing it, and also knocking it prone. Ooh. I don't think I've ever done that. Maybe I need to find some... Okay, 60%, let's go. Okay, can I do another one? I do have an advantage, reckless attack. Jeez, okay. Wow, we're basically just whittling at it like... okay. Gonna take like 10 rounds or something. It will take exactly 10 rounds. 45%. Darth Maul, do your thing. A whiff and a miss. Why do I even call you into the battlefield? I don't know. I love you. Okay, Shadowheart. I am going to try to find some way to fire off Lathander's light. Some way. I should probably heal. Send some heals out though. Okay, Karlak. Okay, good. We still have a main action. If only I could animate some undead. Okay, if I hit in this direction, I will not... Let me actually move here. And maybe from here I can potentially... Actually, let me make Tamias move. How about that?
Alright, Karlak. It's go time.
Blood comes easy these days.
Let's move here. Okay. Now let's have Shadowheart fire off the Lathander's light. The sunbeam. And okay. Like Slippy once said, yeah, yeah. Immune to radiant damage. Did that? Oh my. What time we got? 5 o'clock. Let's go a couple more rounds and we call it. It's like in Elden Ring, where like I basically made it so my one more time. I made him completely like radiant focused, but then you realize that every major enemy in the game is like holy. So it's like, why did I do that this entire time? Okay, we're gonna just end her round right there.
Catch my breath.
And we do have an advantage, so we're gonna keep hitting it. No radiance allowed. Well, we might as well just attack. I am now prime target. Amazon prime target, let's go. We're not even a third of the way there. I wonder if he's weak to some other kind of damage though. Superheated, encrusted with frost, threatened. Slightly dazed, maybe. Oh, he's down. Down. We're going down, down in an earlier round. Spiritual weapon, you can make the difference. Oh, just...
Creator. Destroyer.
Ooh, okay. Let's try and hit him with more frost rays.
Step to it.
It's like using poison acid damage in D&D, and almost everything is resistant or immune to it. It's so bad. Yeah, exactly. Like you're facing down evil things, and yeah, you know what? There's poison coursing through their veins, and they just happen to be immune. Okay. You know what? I think that's where we wrap. I think that's where we call it. I need to stretch. I need to rethink the strategy here. Let's go back to intermission. I would love to see how this plays out, but I got an idea. I got an inkling of how this is gonna go. Okay, well that was Baldur's Gate 3. Thank you so much everyone for being here today. Very much appreciate your company. I think that we made some good progress. We got both mithril ores. We defeated the lava elemental, which was the big bad last stream. So I thought that we did good. And then we met a roadblock that makes the lava elemental looks like a pansy. Do people even use that word anymore? Anyways, thank you so much for being here today. Very much appreciate everyone that stopped by. Magashi, I appreciate your attempt at trying to help somebody who is helpless. Great to see you. Inigo, thank you for the deep conversations. Good luck with streaming. Let's see, who else did we have in here? We had Kitty, of course. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, Kitty. And of course, we had Melissa as well. Always good to have you pop into stream. That might be everyone that chatted, but of course, much love to all my lurkers out there. Very much appreciate your company. This place would not be what it is without your company. So thank you so much. I stream on Thursdays and Fridays, not tomorrow, but generally Thursdays and Fridays. Thursdays we're doing retro, and we'll play something other than Final Fantasy VIII next week. But Fridays we'll continue with our Baldur's Gate 3 adventure. Feel free to check out my schedule on my socials that I just posted right there. With that, I think it is time to find somebody to raid, and let me see who's up. I guess I was just talking about well, actually, you know what? We haven't raided our friend Space Robot Arm in a long time. So maybe it's about as good a time to do that. Space Robot Arm, of course, is a retro streamer. One of my favorite retro streamers, has a deep wealth of knowledge when it comes to the different games that he plays. And it's just like wonderful to talk about. Very knowledgeable, very mature person. I just like him. Let's go ahead and raid him. Let me go ahead and set that up. Seems like he literally just came on, so it'll be nice to say hello. It's been a while. Oh, he's doing Crystallis, the Club CRT Game of the Month. He's a fellow Club CRT member as well. So we're gonna raid him. This is the raid message for viewers. And here's the one for followers. Please feel free to copy one of those. Say hello to the Space Robot Arm. But yeah, once again, thank you so much everyone for being here today. You could have chosen anybody on the internet to visit, and for some gosh darn reason, you decided to stop by today, and that means the world to me. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, and as I like to end things, stay thirsty, Alpac. Tomorrow, the moon will rise. See you again.